Dreaming of a career in tech with no experience? The endless tutorials, jargon, and tough job descriptions can make it feel impossible. But it's not. At Cloudboosta Academy, we've helped many professionals just like you move into cloud and DevOps careers from scratch. With our 18-week program made for busy people, you'll get everything you need. Flexible schedules, live expert-led classes, real-life hands-on projects to build confidence and real skills. In just a few months, you'll be ready for a high-demand, well-paid career. So, why wait? Scan the QR code or visit www.cloudboosta.com or simply send us a DM to save your spot in the next cohort. Go from zero to cloud to your dream job.
All right. Good evening, everyone. A lovely evening to you all. Thank you so much for joining us for today's webinar. It's amazing to have you all on the call. Thank you. I know it's been a long day, and we really do not take for granted your time. Thank you for making the time out to hang out with us this evening. Okay, so just to welcome you to the webinar today. This is Cloudboosta Academy, right? And we are a tech training company. So basically what we do is to help people transition into cloud DevOps career path, cloud DevOps role seamlessly, right? From what you heard from the video, you would already agree with me and get an idea of what we do at Cloudboosta. So if you're looking to transition into tech, if you're looking to start out and you're not sure what career path to, take or to go in tech, Cloudboosta is here to help you out, to help you get clarity, and to help you with everything that you need to be able to have a seamless time transitioning into tech. And once again, welcome everyone. My name is Olorun Ife, and on that note, we'd just like you to introduce yourself to us as well. Tell us your name and where you are joining us from. Kindly let us know where you're joining us from as well. We would like to hear from you, would like to read from you to know where you're joining us from this evening. And you could also talk to us about your expectation, right? I know that the title of the webinar has been expressly stated, all right? But if you have any concerns, if you have any questions in line with maybe transitioning into tech, right? You could also let us know, right? Also let us know in the chat box so that we can be able to address it during the course of the webinar. Thank you, Jerry. It's Jenny from Lagos, Nigeria. Good to have you, Jerry. Thank you. Okay, so Jerry, just let us know your expectation as well, what you intend to get from this webinar and how you think that you joining this webinar will help you to, get the clarity that you need for you to transition into tech. All right, would like to read from you and from everyone else on the call this evening. Okay, great. Angela is joining from Kenya. How is Kenya today, Angela? Good to have you. Okay, so you can also just tell us your expectation for today's webinar as well. Hi, Akiade. Hi, Linda, Angie, Chris, Aya, Dave, Gerald, JP, Inferno. Okay, I've seen Jerry. So Julius, please and please, would like to read from you. Tell us your location, where you're joining us from, your expectation as well. One thing we'd like to take out from this webinar, right? One thing you would like to take out from this webinar. It would be great to read from us all. It would be great to know the people who are joining us and what their expectations are. And you can also let us know if you have a tech experience, if you have a tech background, or you don't have any tech background at all, so that we could even know how to further help you this evening, right? Because we're going to be talking about how to overcome tech laziness, on your journey to transitioning into tech. So we would like to know if you even have like a background experience at all, or you're just coming in freshly and you're just like, okay, how do I even ensure that I'm able to, get through whatever thing I'm trying to learn at the moment. So please and please would like to read from you this evening. I will be in the chat box. Oh, great. Jerry says, I expect to understand what I could do to land my first job in cloud computing, knowing that I don't know how to code and find coding very abstract. Okay. Thank you so much, Jerry, for giving context to that. Thank you so much. We're going to be addressing all of this evening, and it's good to actually get to know your point of view as well. Thank you. David is joining from Nigeria. Thank you, David. Could you let us know your expectation as well? Okay, I'm still reading. Okay, Aya Dave says it's joining from Nigeria. Interesting. Okay, can we have more people? 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 And while we're doing that as well, we'd just like to also let you know that please go ahead and invite your friends. If you have any friend in your circle, you know, any friend in your network that you feel like they need this, they need to, probably they are in the middle of making a decision to transition into tech, and their concerns has been that, oh, how do I even, you know, stay consistent? How do I get through the program and all of those things? Please kindly just send them the link to join the webinar as well. And you can also follow us on all of our social media page. If you're not following us, you're wrong, right? Because we get to post content that could help you, content that would basically, you know, you could find helpful, right, in transitioning, and, you know, tips that could, you know, also help you as well. So please and please, if you're not following us, kindly do that. We'll drop our social media page, our social media link basically in the chat box. So kindly ensure to follow us on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, that's X, right? So please ensure that you follow us as well, if you're not doing that already. And like I said, please share the link to your friends as well. Tell them to join this webinar. I know a lot of us have signed up for courses online, Udemy, all of those other learning platforms and all of that. And if we check through your backend, we'll see that you have like some abandoned courses there, right? So this evening, we're going to be helping you to actually navigate how you can, you know, get through all those things, and where you can properly sign up and ensure that you are able to get through, be consistent through your learning. All right. So that's it basically. Okay, so I'm just going to be going into the chat box again to see. All right. Hi, Otobong. Good to have you. Thank you for joining us. Okay. Okay, yeah, Jerry, I saw that. I saw that. I saw that. Like I mentioned, we're going to be talking about all this this evening. Okay, so Ayodave says, open to see what happens and learn from the experts. Just want to improve in the cloud space and how to get cloud jobs. All right, that's interesting. Thank you so much for letting us know that. Thank you so much. Okay, so right about now, without taking so much of our time, because I know that it's been a long, so we don't want to keep you for too long here, right? So we're just going to be getting or diving in straight into what we have for you today, overcoming tech laziness, right, while transitioning into tech. And with me on the call is our founder and cloud professional as well, in person of Gbemisola Ojo. She will be taking us through that part tonight, helping us to navigate, all right, and also sharing tips as well. So if you have any question for her, we'll drop the link in the chat box so that you can go ahead and ask your question. So for someone like Jerry, you can also still put your question there, and we'll be able to take it as well. So right about now, I'm just going to be handing over to Gbemisola as she takes over the webinar from here. Good evening, Bimi. Good to have you on the call. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, everyone. Hello. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Hi. Please, Cloudboosta Academy, make me co-host so they can see my face. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. So yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. Yeah, thank you for your feedback in the chat box as well. So today we're going to be talking about overcoming tech laziness, right? Overcoming tech laziness. So some of you have joined some of our sessions before, some of you is your first time. Regardless of what category you fall into, we're always excited to have people. So now let's start by explaining what, because I'm sure some of you are so excited, we're like, which one is tech laziness again? No, I'm not lazy. Don't worry. The fact that you're here doesn't mean you're lazy. You know, it's just a condition that we may find ourselves in if we don't do the right things on your transition journey. So for those that don't know, my name is Gbemisola Ojo, just like Ife has said, and I am the founder of Cloudboosta Academy. I've been in this field for over half a decade, and you know, I know the challenges that somebody can face when you're just trying to transition for the first time. So that's what we're talking about today. So what do I mean by tech laziness, right? Tech laziness is basically you have gotten started on your transition journey, and somehow along the way you lost motivation. And don't worry, we'll talk about this thing called motivation and how you actually sustain it. somehow you just lose that motivation, right? You don't want to do it anymore, or for whatever reason, the journey just becomes too daunting for you, and you just can't continue. You just lose that motivation, you lose that momentum along the way. How can we make sure that you overcome it? There are certain things that you must do. There are certain things you must put in place, and you even need to understand why that is a thing. Do you know why tech laziness is a thing and why it happens to people? Most of us that are on the call today, you're probably done with university, you finish secondary school, you finish university, and you're in your professional stage. You're trying to get a job, or you're trying to move from one place to another. You're trying to transition into tech. Most people that follow us at Cloudboosta are people that you're trying to transition into tech from a different career, right? Why would you become lazy along the way? Why would tech laziness come in? Because motivation can drop. And why will motivation drop? The main reason why motivation will drop is because people don't realize that motivation is actually a factor of the environment you have found yourself in. If you have gone to university, right, and you did very well at uni and all of that, the reason why that has happened, of course, you were very hardworking, no doubt. But one of the major factors for that was actually because you found yourself in a school environment. There are times that, and I'm sure some of you can bear me witness, there are times that you don't want to study, but because you are within a school environment, someone else has gone, you just see this person waking up every day, you're like, me, am I a ghost? Is there something wrong with me? Let me to wake up and go and read now. So yeah, that's environment where everybody's ginger, everybody's trying to get their best grades, everybody's trying to make it in life. That is a huge factor to motivate you to succeed. But the funny thing, when you leave that kind of environment, and now everybody's on their own, you're probably a mother, you have your children, everyone is pulling your hair, everybody's trying to get your attention, you're probably in a demanding career. You're no more in that school context where it's set up for you to succeed. You're now on your own. You're now in the real life. Tech laziness can set in. So some of you have made up your minds that, 2024, I am going to transition into tech. But guess what? It doesn't happen because motivation has dropped. And motivation has dropped because you are not in the environment that motivates you, which is why you need to find yourself in an environment that motivates you. Whatever that means for you. You may need to join a virtual community. You may need to join a boot camp. You may need to you have to get yourself into an environment that is set up for you to succeed and for you to successfully transition into tech. If you have any questions on anything Cloudboosta Academy, tech laziness, or whatnot, your motivation, how can you get it? Or please, you can put it in the chat box. You can put in the link in the chat box on Slido, and I'll take everything. I'll try and take as much as possible. So tonight, that's just a conversation starter. I'm not boring you with any presentation slides. I'm just telling you, you need to get yourself back on track. You need to set yourself back into a context that allows you to succeed. That's the secret. That's what you need to overcome tech laziness. So let me go into the questions that you guys have asked already. So someone is saying that, someone is asking this question for Abuja. I would expect to know if coding is a requirement for learning DevOps. So this question comes up a lot, right? And the reason why a lot of people ask is coding a requirement is because they are kind of running away from coding. For those of you that don't know, what we do at Cloudboosta Academy is that we help people to transition from no tech background into cloud computing and DevOps. And the reason why we do that is because there's a huge demand for people that are competent in the field of cloud computing and DevOps. And we know that once you learn these skills, you can get yourself the right job, that high-paying tech job that you so desire, you can get it. So this person is asking maybe because they feel like coding is difficult or something. Coding is required, a little bit of it, right? And we teach you at Cloudboosta Academy. You need to have an understanding of coding, and then you need to be able to script as well. Now, if you find yourself in a place where you can learn it from scratch, you don't have a problem. So in Cloudboosta, we teach you Python, we teach you Bash, and we teach you Linux. With those 3 languages, you're fine. And these are languages that are like English, right? The beautiful thing about coding, no matter how difficult the coding language, some of you have heard of Java, C, and all of that. They sound very complicated. The truth is that once you learn one coding language, you can learn the other ones. But for DevOps, a bit of Python, Bash scripting, Linux scripting, it would really help your DevOps career to go a long way, okay? So you will need it. Another person is asking, my question is, does cloud computing include cloud security? Do you teach cybersecurity or cloud security? Yes, we do. So cloud computing, although cybersecurity is a very broad subject in the world of computing, but we teach that's security, cybersecurity generally, but we teach you security on the cloud. That's security as it relates to cloud computing. We discussed this in one of our previous webinars as well, where I had IJ and Charles. IJ is actually a security expert, right? And she was in security before she came into cloud, and then she went to cloud security. So we teach it as part of it. It's very important. As a cloud DevOps engineer, you have to make sure that all the infrastructure you're building on the cloud is secure. Cybersecurity has been one of the greatest threats to this world of computing or the world of internet generally. People are always even the biggest of organizations, sometimes they have data breaches. So, it's incorporated into the curriculum. There's such a thing called DevSecOps, putting security at the heart of DevOps. And of course, there's cloud security, which we teach at Cloudboosta. Okay. Someone's asking, what are the requirements to get certified in, to get certified in the world of cloud computing? You need to get trained. You need to have the requisite skills. You need to take the right boot camps, and then you write your exam. And then, of course, you need to know the right exam for you to take, okay? So that is very important. So the first thing is get the right training. With the right training, you can then make a decision about what exam. How do you know what exam to take? It depends on what level you are coming into, okay? If you want entry level, there's cloud, we have the cloud practitioner exam in AWS, and then we're talking about mid-level, which is what we do at Cloudboosta. We literally take you from where you are to be a mid-level cloud DevOps engineer so that you can get jobs, okay? So we encourage you to take the AWS Solutions Architect Associate exam. So you need the right training, you need the right information that would empower you to actually do that exam. And we always say that don't just focus on theory and certifications alone. Make sure that you actually know how to build solutions on the cloud. For this is what they're going to ask you during your interviews, right? So you can be certified, which is good, but it's a good balance of both where you're certified and you can build solutions on the cloud. And that's why you need an academy like Cloudboosta, because that's what we do. Someone is asking, how do I handle fear of failure, especially when I started and I quit tech courses in the past? This is a very popular question, right? I know that people are usually afraid to fail and all of that. But the thing is, you need to look at failure from a different perspective. I encourage people to always listen to things that boost your mindset, right? If you listen to motivations, people that are billionaires. In fact, if you read books like Secrets of a Millionaire Mind and all of this books that talk about your mindset and how you can make a lot of money, they will tell you that one of the secrets is to embrace failure. So you need to look at failure from a different perspective. See it as, I learned a way that I shouldn't do it, right? I failed many times, even though sometimes people don't believe it, because I'm always trying. They're like, oh, she's always so happy, everything is. There's still some exams that I failed that I've not rewritten it yet, and there are some that I've scheduled myself to write it again. So anybody, look at failure as a prerequisite for success. When anything that you have failed in, right, you won't forget it once you figure out the way, which is why in Cloudboosta Academy, we give you a lot of labs and projects to work on, right? And we encourage you to fail. We encourage you, build the solution, let it not work, right? And stay until you're able to find the solution. When you failed at it many times, it helps you to remember, something that you have worked on and you saw that this thing didn't work. When you find out the way to do it, it makes it easy for you to relate. I mean, Thomas Edison, we talk about it a lot. Do you know how long it took him to find that light bulb? The light bulb that everybody uses today, it failed. Is it 9,909 times or thereabout, something approximately in the lines of thousands of times? Tried it. The Wright brothers, they kept on trying until they found that airplane. They realized that the law of aerodynamics is greater than the law of gravity. We can defy gravity and put a vehicle on the air, and that's why everybody can fly today. So you need to realize that have a healthy relationship with failure. Failure is not a bad thing. You've learned one way not to do something, right? And embrace it as a prerequisite for success, and know that anything you learn after you failed many times, it sticks even faster than sometimes the one you get in the first go, okay? So someone is saying that, how can I balance my current job with my tech transition goals without feeling overwhelmed? That's also a very good question, right? And this one, I would say, is really about planning. And another thing that can really sustain your momentum when it comes to ensuring you don't give up when you started on a journey is to always have the reason. The reason must always be at the back of your mind. Sometimes I've had goals and I had to write it. I had to write it down. Sometimes I even make a Canva design of why I have set that goal. Sometimes financial goals, you want to buy a house and you know that, for me to buy this house, I have to save £1,000 every month. When other people are wasting their money, you have that goal at the back of your mind. So when you're talking about, when you're learning cloud computing, you know that at the end of the day, you want to get a very good job, right? You want to get that high paying job. Sometimes you can put the name of the company right on your wall. Let it be before you, right? Always have at the back of your mind why you started the journey. It's a very big factor for helping to ensure that you stay on track. So someone is saying, how can I balance that, my current job, with my tech transition goal? So once you have it at the back of your mind that I want to change my job, I want to get a high-paying job, you have it at the back of your mind. Maybe you've even noted the company you want to work in, you have it written and all of that. You now have to plan. Another thing that makes people, fail and give up and not overcome tech laziness is because you don't have a plan for how you want to do your transition. If you're going to leave the job you are to another job, you have to make out time to learn the skills that will take you to that next job. If it means waking up early or it means staying up late, you have to pick one of the two, especially if your job is very demanding, which means that, for example, for people that are living in Lagos, maybe you have to leave the house 5 a.m. in the morning and you have to go to the office, and then you stay there all day till like 7 p.m. and then you're back again. There's traffic and all that. I remember one of our former students who had that routine. And one of the things she did was that she said she would stay back at work in the evening, wait for the traffic to go down, and then spend 2 hours to study, right? So you have to plan. So what is your plan to actually transition? And it's about giving time to that new knowledge you want to gain, right? So if it means waking up early in the morning, 4 to 6, you take out that time to invest in the skill you want to learn, and then you go about your daily job, or you pick evening time. You have to pick one of the two. Of course, it's going to be inconvenient, but guess what? It's not forever. When you get your high-paying job, you can flex. But while you're trying to transition, you have to see it as serious business. When I started my tech career, I remember it was so difficult for me. My transition journey was a bit unique, which is why we started Cloudboosta Academy, so we can help people, right? Because not everyone, I had the opportunity to get a job I wasn't even qualified for. So I had to be learning on the job. I remember my first day at work, he told me to build a virtual machine. I didn't know what it meant. And I remember Googling and I struggled so much. But I made up my mind that, see, this first 2 years of my career, this is not the time for me to go on I didn't go on any vacation. I will spend hours at work. When everybody has left the office, I will stay, because I'm like, see, I don't know these tools yet. Every other person that has gone home, they know the tools. They can go home. This is not the time for me to go home and be flexing. This is time for me to spend more time in the office and learn. For some of you need to wake up earlier than planned. Spend 2 hours, learn that skill, watch the videos you've been given. For example, if you sign up for a boot camp, you can watch a replay. You can do your assignment during that 2 hours. 2 hours, 5 days a week. That's enough. You don't even need to work on Sundays. Right? That's what we tell our Cloudboosta students. We have classes every Saturday. You do your 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. Saturday is dedicated for Cloudboosta class. Early in the morning, during the week, 2 hours every day. Invest in studying your assignments, revisiting the materials, or you do 2 hours in the evening. Or if you're a midnight person, wake up in the midnight, rest in the evening. That was my routine at university. I used to study almost every midnight. Some of my study mates are even on the call. We were encouraged to ginger each other. It's time to go to KDL. I went to University of Ibadan. We go to Kennedy K Library in the nights, and I'll rest in the evening and wake up in the middle of the night and then go and study, because I knew what I wanted. So make up your mind. You want to transition, you want to get that high-paying job. It's not going to land on you. Your boss in your current work is not the one that is going to encourage you. You need to join a group of people who are ready to motivate you, who will set you up for success, okay? And then you can go ahead and and succeed. So you have to spend that time. Someone is in my DM and asking me a question that, did you have a boyfriend at university? This one that you said that you were studying all the time. And to be honest, a valid question, right? Because I was in a relationship in university as well, and I'm married now, and it's still the same. Some of you have significant others, you are married, you have children and all of that. It's still the same principle. When I'm in the library, that's not the time for me to be gisting with my boyfriend or my fiancé. And then that's not possible. There's a time for that. Even if I spend 1 hour during my break time, that still does not change the fact that I have 2 hours that I need to study for. So having a relationship is not an excuse. You had a baby, I'm sorry, it's not an excuse as well. I just had a baby as well. So if you're really serious about transition, you have to give it what it takes. And you need to realize that it is not forever. It's not forever. It will just be for a period of 6 months. You do your 2 hours every day, make that sacrifice, wake up early in the morning or stay back late in the evening, give it what it takes, get the job you want. So every season is different, and give every season what it takes. That'll be my answer to that question. Someone is asking that, is your certificate recognized outside Nigeria? Of course, we're a UK-based organization. We give you a certificate of completion when you finish with us. And then you also take your AWS Solutions Architect Associate exam, which is recognized globally. We prepare you for that. How easy would it be to get a job in cloud computing overseas from Nigeria, especially without experience in cloud computing? What you need to do is you need to get that experience. So you want to get a job abroad from Nigeria, your first step is to sign up for a program that will help you. That's what we do at Cloudboosta. We give you all the knowledge that you need. We teach you cloud computing skills, teach you DevOps skills, teach you AWS, Git, Linux, Python, all the tools that we know that are in high demand. That's what we teach you. So once you've done your boot camp, you're ready to go all in. You have to put all that experience. We give you references and all of that. We give you real life projects to work on such that all your experience becomes job experience. So all your experience is put together as you have actually worked with us at Cloudboosta for that duration of your training. All that is now what you leverage to now apply for the job opportunity you want. You cannot get a job in cloud computing if you don't have the right level of experience and you don't have the right level of exposure. Unless exceptional cases where they can hire you. They hired me for a cloud computing because they looked at my track record that, okay, if you've done well in your university, you've had this grade, we believe that you can, if they took a chance on me. Not everybody has that opportunity. That's why we have Cloudboosta Academy, so you need to go ahead, build the right skills, get certified, and then let them notice you. So it's not just about even learning. You need to get to a point where you learn and the recruiters must notice you, which is why some of you have heard me say it before. By the time I learned cloud computing, I was very good at it. I put it all over my LinkedIn profile. Anytime they run an ad and they're looking for a cloud DevOps engineer, my page was always showing up, which is why I got so many. Between 2021 and now, I've had over 300 recruiters reach out to me on LinkedIn asking if I want to do a job. The opportunities are there, but you need to have the skills, right? Which is why you need to sign up for a program that will help you. So, to answer that question, right? How easy is it to get a job? If you're very good, companies will look for you. I know companies that have recruited from Nigeria and relocated their families abroad. So we have people who are now doing cloud computing jobs right in UK, US, and all of that, right from your room in Nigeria. People are earning dollars in Nigeria because they have the right skills, okay? Some have relocated. So the first thing is get yourself in the right context. Get trained, put together your training experience, and begin to apply. That is your starting point, okay? And it will be easy for you once you have the right skills. Companies will do anything to get the right talent, right? That can help them, of course, as a business. Do you have a platform for internship after graduation? Yes, we have a program called, immediately after you finish with us at Cloudboosta, we enroll you depending on your performance. The opportunities that we have at Cloudboosta and partnerships with organizations, and everything is dependent on your seriousness. There are criteria before we can recommend you. You have to have gone through the training, you've done it well, you've met our criteria for even graduating. And then after graduation, we have what we call CAD as well, Cloudboosta Alumni DevOps Drive, where you continue to work on projects, and continue to boost your CV together. And people that are successful in CAD are the people that we recommend for internship opportunities. So if you have met all those requirements, then you're setting yourself up for getting such an opportunity from us. Okay, is there an age limit to getting a job as a cloud engineer? The good thing is that globally right now, people are moving towards all this traditional, you have to have a first class, you have to have this and that, and age and all of that, gender. A lot of companies are moving past that. They just need people that can solve cloud problems and help them to make money as a business. If you fall into that category, age will not be a barrier, okay? There's no age limit to even signing up at Cloudboosta. So as a DevOps engineer on cloud, is it possible to build an application that can be launched on web, Apple Store and Apple Play Store, Android, iOS and Android? Of course. I even like the fact that you're thinking about, I like when people come into Cloudboosta or any cloud, any tech bootcamp with an idea that you want to do. It will motivate you. So yes, of course you can, right? You can build an application that you can launch on those platforms, okay? You just need to have the problem that you're trying. There was someone that signed up for Cloudboosta 2 years ago, thereabouts, and he was in healthcare and he had this problem in healthcare and was like, it's only tech that can solve this problem. Let me sign up for your training, so it exposes your mind to what is possible. So yeah, by all means, you can do that. Even there was time in my life where I was baking. And when I started learning about tech and all of that, I remember creating an app that could help me, I would put the cake that I wanted to design on the app and then it tell me the ingredients that I needed to use. And I put a lot of programming back end as well. I just put my basic ingredients for vanilla cake, chocolate cake, and all of that. And then I'll just type, okay, I want a 16 inches chocolate cake. What do I need? And then the app will tell me. So these are things, tech is really exciting. You can use it to solve anything, but of course you need to get into the world of it and begin to try on different things that are possible. Someone is saying, I'm in Sierra Leone, West Africa, and I'm highly passionate about the training, but somehow struggling. Could you offer me a suitable payment plan? Yes, reach out to us. Please, let's put our numbers there. Yes, reach out to us. We have flexible payment plans that could really help people that are very serious. So please reach out to us. We're going to put the numbers of our program directors in the chat box. So please reach out to us and we'll see how we can help you. Is the AWS part of the training? Yes. Your training at Cloudboosta is a combination of cloud computing and DevOps. The cloud computing tool we teach is Amazon Web Services, AWS. There are other tools like GCP, Microsoft Azure, etc. But we teach AWS because we know that once you learn AWS, you can learn other tools as well. We have people who have gone to our training, they've learned AWS and they've gotten jobs in Microsoft Azure because the concept of cloud computing is the same. It's just the cloud provider that differs. Okay, so and then we teach you DevOps tools, which are Git, Linux, Python, Kubernetes, Docker, Terraform, CloudFormation, Ansible, Jenkins, right? All of these tools, you don't need to know what they are. All you need is willingness and readiness to learn. And of course, we'll take you on that journey, okay? Good evening, please. I'm a teacher from Nigeria, hope it's traditional, but the money being asked to pay is too much. Can you help in any way? Send us a DM. Let's see how we can assist you. Reach out to one of our program directors. How much is your tutor fee? Do you mean tuition fee? Please clarify that and I'll come to that. I'll take that question. Not a problem. What's the training schedule like? How many days training a week? Good question. So we basically, we teach you on Saturdays. Your training is every Saturday, 9 to 5 p.m., 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. BST, British Standard Time, which at the moment is now 10 p.m. to 6 p.m. Nigerian time. Sometimes you finish earlier. So I encourage you to just dedicate 8 hours every Saturday. That's when we have lectures. And in terms of how our classes run, because we realize that education is not just about theory, somebody sitting down and talking at you the whole time, we always want you to build on the cloud. So right from day one, the course is starting on Saturday. Some of you that are here on the call, you signed up already, I've seen your names, and I'm looking forward to teaching you this Saturday, right? So every class, we make sure that it's a combination of lectures and lab sessions. So as we teach a concept, the next thing you're going into your breakout, you're building a solution on the cloud. For example, we teach you about identity and access management today, right? The next thing you're doing is we're teaching you a lab session on it, which means that you're going into AWS and you're building that solution that we just taught you. That's how it runs. So our Saturday classes are always very dynamic. We do lecture for 1 hour, you do lab for about 1 hour. You come back, do another lecture, you do your lab session as well. So that's how it runs. And then, so it's not just you sitting down for 8 hours the whole time. And of course, after the class, as you can expect, you have assignments that you have to do. And of course, we have a WhatsApp group as well where you can ask your questions during the week. You're working on your assignment, your stuff. You can ask questions. Just put a screenshot on it on the group, and then your mates would assist you. We have facilitators who are there to assist you as well, right? Another thing you have access to is our Wednesday drop-in sessions. So let's say, for example, you are still stuck in class, maybe you didn't finish your lab in class and you're still struggling to do your assignment and all of that. Of course, we don't help you because we don't help you in the sense that we don't do the assignment for you, but we facilitate you trying to solve the problem by yourself because you have to know how to do it. No one is going to do the job for you. So we have to make sure that you know how to build those solutions on the class. So we facilitate, we ask you questions. We don't just say, you don't just tell us, oh, I'm stuck, I don't know how to do it. And then we not think we'll jump in. No, we'll say, what have you tried? Try this. What do you think? You're going to have to think through the solution. That's how we roll at Cloudboosta. Okay. So Wednesdays, you can join us for our drop-in sessions, 2 hours, and then you're able to resolve anything that, you've tried to do and it's just not working, and then of course, Thursdays, your assignments are due every Thursday. We mark everything. See, our eyes are on you at Cloudboosta. I used to be a teacher, and I'm a teacher at heart. So everything we do at Cloudboosta is marked. If you come to class, we mark your attendance. If you don't come, we're on your case. We're asking why you're not in class, right? Everything is tracked. At the end of every month, sometimes every other month, we give you a report. You have a report card. You have first semester report card, second semester report card. At the end of the first term, you do a project, right? We would ask your group members, who are the people that contributed? If you didn't contribute, we will know, because you have to take it seriously. We're talking about transitioning into tech, right? We're talking about transitioning into cloud computing and DevOps. I'm talking about accessing global opportunities. You have to be good. And for you to be good, you have to be accountable. You have to be in a context like this where we're here, we're on your case. We want you to succeed, right? So we track everything. Your assignment is marked. Your lecture attendance is marked. Your lab session is marked. Everything. We're checking everything. and we'll give you a report at the end of the month so that you can know how you're doing, right? So that's how our training is structured, okay? There are many programs like yours. How legitimate is your program? I've been cheated in the past. Thank you for that question. I love that question so much. How do you check credibility these days? Just check Cloudboosta online. Go to LinkedIn, type Cloudboosta, right? Check the people that have put Cloudboosta on their profile. Reach out to them. Send them a DM. Did you really go through the academy? How was your experience? Check our testimonials on YouTube. Type their names. Check them on LinkedIn. Do you understand? Check what they are doing. Check the projects they are working on. Check the comments that people have on their page. These days, it's quite easy to check credibility. So that's what I will say to you. Check our website. Any names that you see that, oh, we claim that this person has did their program and got a job, just send them a DM, and we don't know them from anywhere. So they also just paid for it like you, and they signed up for the training, and we helped them to transition. Now they have jobs, so go to our YouTube page. You even see people that recorded videos of themselves that they've done the training. Just take their name, go and check on LinkedIn and see what they are doing. Send them a DM, tell them to give you an honest opinion on how their training was, okay? But we are indeed legitimate. I mean, I'm the face. You see my face all over Cloudboosta page. You can check. I work in PwC UK, right? And I've been there for over 3 years now. I've worked in Accenture, I've worked in Capital One, okay? So, and these are places that you can't just put the name on your LinkedIn profile. They can sue you if you don't work there and you put it on your LinkedIn profile. So you can easily check credibility. But I want to assure you that we're a credible organization, and of course, you are in safe hands, okay? Would you be slow enough to help someone in his early 40s to learn coding? I once went to, I can't mention the name of the place, and the coding wasn't coding in my head. Patient teachers, yes, that's one of the things I know for Cloudboosta. We are patient with you, okay? And we will help you to get there. We've had a 60-year-old sign up for the training. We've had people in their 40s. So we even have people that have been younger than you that have done the training. We just need you to be ready and to be willing to learn. And let me not also put it there. There is a minimum criteria for you to actually join the academy. You have to be somebody who's comfortable with the use of a computer. That's the only time that you may find difficult to learn. We need people who already, how to use the computer, how to turn on the computer, how to turn off the computer, how to create a window, how to launch Chrome browser, how to use the computer. Basically, you'll be fine. I'm not saying you should know how to code, just know how to use the computer and you will be fine, okay? So someone is saying that, let's see. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm covering all your questions. Yeah, so don't worry, I already promised you that I'll answer your questions. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just trying to see the ones I haven't answered. Does one who is currently in Nigeria do this course and have jobs from here? Yes. That's a very valid question. So you can actually do the training. Yes, we have people who have done the training, graduated, and they've gotten jobs in Nigeria. If that's your preference, that's fine. So yes, we do have that category of people as well. Okay. Someone is saying, how much is the training fee? I think that's the final question here. I hope I've answered. If you feel like I haven't answered your question, please put it back. But I think I've called out all the questions, and of course, still have more questions as well. But we're beginning to wrap up. Okay. So I can see some of your comments in my DM. Yes, our facilitators are the best. And let me just put it out there for some of you that are asking, are we slow enough? Do you know the funny thing is that because we do a survey at the end of every class, and at the end of every class, one of the things that people say they enjoy the most about Cloudboosta or about the class is how our facilitators have been patient. Maybe we'll put some of those, I think we can put some of those screenshots, online or in some of the WhatsApp groups that people are on so they can see it. Be like, oh, AK was so patient with me, even when I was not getting it. Tolu is such a good facilitator. Wani is such a great facilitator. Kenny is such a great facilitator. Because once you're doing your lab sessions, right, we put you in a smaller group because we notice that number also matters. So even if the general class, you have about 20, 30, 40, or 50 people, when it comes to you building the solution yourself, we divide it to a smaller group. And there'll be a facilitator there with you in that room, right? The facilitator is the one that is helping you, telling you, share your screen. Let's see what you're working on. Are you stuck on something? And the facilitator is going around calling each of you by name. We put all these things in place so that we can help you. We're not here. This is not a business that they're just here to make, but we're here to help you because the opportunities are there and we know that you can access, and we know that people of our origin are very intelligent. Given the right opportunity and in the right context, you will thrive. You don't need to have a background in tech. We have people who have done English, who have done medicine, who have done different things, pharmacy, all different courses, and they've been able to successfully transition because of the level of support we give. We give you, see, one of the feedback that people give a lot about training, they enjoy the patience of the facilitators who are always helping them, holding their hands on the journey, and people tell us that they get more value than the money they paid for. I'm telling you, because we're here to ensure you succeed. Okay, so that's what we're here for. That's what we do. What duration of program is 18 weeks. 18 weeks program. Every Saturday you show up, virtual live classes. You have to be there. We encourage you to turn on your video so you're not distracted. You know, turn on your camera. Let's see you. Let's interact with you. Right? Let's see what you're doing. Okay. So in terms of the training fee now, for all the things that I told you you're gonna do, you're gonna be a part of, you're going to you're going to do your lectures every Saturday. Lectures are being taught by the best minds in the industry. You can Google anytime you see somebody come to Cloudboosta class, right? You see their name, maybe Charles Adebayo. Just go and check them on LinkedIn and see what they are doing. Check out their profile. We get the best in the industry for you globally. People in US, Canada, UK, they are the ones teaching you. These are cloud engineers. I am a cloud DevOps engineer. As I'm working on my Cloud DevOps project, I'm coming to class on Saturday and telling you what I did at work, right? In PwC, work with some of the best clients globally. We work with Fortune 500 companies, help them to deliver their cloud solutions. I've led cloud migration projects. So it is from this wealth of experience that we're coming to teach you, right, exactly what we do, because that's the issue some of us had, where you go to, anyway, let me not even start, because I'm very passionate about education, but there's some parts of the world you're schooling, you just cannot relate what you're learning to what is happening in the industry. The curriculum is so archaic. Trust me, that's not the case with us. We're always up to date with everything, and after every course we keep reviewing what you're doing. So you have access to the best minds in the industry. They are the ones that teach you, right? You have the best of hands in terms of facilitating you, helping you in the lab sessions. Of course, you have the best of in-house team as well. So every Saturday you come to class 9 to 5 p.m. UK time, and then we mark your assignments. We give you projects to work on. You do your project presentation. You even do your project presentation. We have judges from the industry. These are people that don't even know your curriculum. We bring them from the industry randomly and ask them to come and judge you, and they give you feedback based on what they also do at work and what their bosses expect of them, okay? So all of this begins to put your mind into the work, like I'm working as a cloud DevOps engineer, and you begin to have access to the world of cloud computing and DevOps, okay? So with all of that, of course, your assignments, your labs, your well-guided labs, we have a solid alumni community, you have your accountability partners, you have your group projects, you're working on industry standard projects, you have AWS exam preparation materials, getting you ready for the AWS Solutions Architect exam. All of this over an 18 weeks intense training period, which you must be ready for. We're starting this Saturday, we're finishing early next year. Okay, an intense program. So usually our training is worth over £4,000. But right now, we are on a discount, right? We're giving you such a huge discount for people that still want to. You're looking at your 2025, you're like, hey, God, I've not done everything I needed to do this year. I still want to achieve something. Those are the people that we're looking for. So we've significantly discounted it such that if you're ready and you're willing to go on that journey, you send us webinar discounts, you send it to the program directors, you can actually get this training for just £2,000. I'm telling you, can get for just £2,000. Okay, so reach out to us, send us a message, webinar discounts to any of our program directors. We have two numbers. You chat the first number, is not going to. Please feel free to chat the second number. We have those two numbers. These are Cloudboosta program directors working tirelessly behind the scenes, helping you to, understand the best payment plan for you, the best ways for that you would like to go on this program. So you get it for just £2,000, highly discounted for this course, £2,000. Reach out to us. We're ready to help you on this journey. And if you're ready, you want to take your job seriously, you want to move to the next level of your career, this is that decision you need to make. £2,000, you can pay in any currency, dollars, euros, pounds, naira. Just reach out to us if you're paying in any currency so that we can tell you the latest rates. Okay, so that is exactly the answer to that question, and that brings me to the end of this session today, as I've answered all the questions you guys have asked already. Okay, sorry, I can see some more questions. Does the payments include AWS certification fee? For this particular discount, this is highly discounted. That does not include your payment for your AWS certification preparation materials will be given to you. Okay, now that you said we do 8 hours on Saturday, do you have a location in Lagos where you can go and learn every Saturday? So you join us on a Zoom call like this, so you join us on a Zoom call like this. That's actually what happens. Does payment include certification? Someone is asking, which entity is Cloudboosta accredited with? So we're AWS, we're part of the AWS partner network, and you can check what that means online as well. We're part of the AWS partner network, and the trainings that you do with us, at the end of the day, you write AWS Solutions Architect exam, which is not set by us, the global exam. You pass the exam, you're recognized globally. Of course, our certification of completion is also recognized globally. What is cost of program cover? What specification of laptop is required? That one, we'll send it to you. That's the duration of the program is 18 weeks. Training cost is covered. What is your plan for those outside the country with different time zones? Good question as well. Still join us at this time. I know it will be a stretch, but we have this one time zone. And we've had people join us from Australia, from Canada, from US. We all use the same time, okay? So it may be a bit of early morning, midnight for you. Don't forget, it's just that Saturday. During the week, you get to train and you get to do your work at the time that works best for you. But right now, we have a singular time zone. And trust me, we have facilitators in the US, in Australia. We have people who have joined us from Australia and they've been able to make it work. Again, don't forget what I said at the beginning. Remember your reason, and it is not forever. This is an 18 weeks program. Make that sacrifice, and it will surely be worth it with your effort combined with all the tools that we give you. Okay. So please go ahead and send us a message. Some of you are sending DMs about your program, about payments and payment plans and all of that. Please just reach the program advisor so that we don't miss your message. Okay. Reach one of our program advisors and we'll be here to help you. I think that's all the questions I have now. Those are the questions that we have now. Okay. For those of you that want to pay in Naira, please reach out to us as well. Right. And one thing I always say when people hear 2,000 pounds, I always a lot. The average salary, and that leads me to the next question. The average salary of a cloud DevOps engineer in the UK is 60,000 pounds. There are even people in Nigeria who are earning dollars, thousands of dollars from this cloud computing. So what you're doing is that you want to earn, you want to get a high paying job. My question for you is that what are you willing to give to make that happen? You have to put something down. And what you're doing is you're investing in yourself. So if you know that an entry-level salary, everybody that's finished with a Cloudboosta got a job in the UK, they haven't earned anything less than 38,000 pounds as their entry salary annually. So if you're going to set yourself up for a career where you're going to be earning nothing less than 35,000 pounds annually, what is 2,000 pounds to put down so that you can get there? So you have to look at it in context. Don't look at it based on, oh my God, it feels like, I know it's a stretch, but it is more than, you're going to get more value for that money that you're putting in, and you'll get the money back multiple folds once you get that job. So that's how you look at it in the context of what am I trying to get? What are you trying to get? What are you getting back when you put that money down? You're not throwing it in the bin. You're getting significantly more worth than what you're putting down. So that's my encouragement for you, okay? So, yeah, I think I've answered that question. And yes, you can still make payment. For those of you that want to make payments, you can still make payments, 2,000 pounds. Send us a message on any of our WhatsApp numbers and we will be in touch. Good. 6:55 on the dot. I love it when our webinars are less than 1 hour and we're able to answer all the questions. Thank you so much for your time, guys. It was really nice interacting with you. Please feel free to send us a DM, send us a message, send a message to one of our program advisors. I'll be able to guide you on next steps. If you're struggling with payment from different nations, please ensure that you reach out to us. We'll help you resolve those kind of issues. Okay. Yes, there is installmental payments. Yes, sure. Sure. You can even pay up to, just reach out to us. We'll give you all that details. You can pay 2 installments, up to 3 installments, right? Just reach out to us, send us a DM. We'll give you the guidance on what the installment payments looks like. Okay. You just have to pay a minimum of 700 pounds to at least get started. Okay. And then you have other installments. All right. So, I think I've answered everything. Thank you so much, guys. Please enjoy the rest of your evening. It's been amazing meeting you. We cannot wait. For those of you that are already students of Cloudboosta, see you in class on Saturday. That's where your cloud computing journey begins. Get ready for a transformational journey that will take you to the next level in your career. Please enjoy the rest of your evening. It's been amazing. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely evening. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye, guys. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. So I can see some questions about mentorship. Yes, we mentor you at Cloudboosta. Just send us a message to the program advisor. we'll answer all your remaining questions if it has not been taken. But trust me, you put down that investment, you will get more value for your money. You can be rest assured. Okay. Jerry from Lagos, I see you. And yes, is my answer to your question. So please reach out to us. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Yes, you'll be able to work independently as a cloud engineer after the course. Yes, provided you take the course very seriously and you do everything that will teach you. Okay. All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye. Thank you.